Hey YouTube, and welcome to another video with myself, Michael Box of X. I do apologise for the lack of videos over the past week. I've had a really bad cold and a really bad throat infection, some kind of virus in my throat which basically made my throat swell right up. I looked like that guy out of Tango and Cash last weekend, and I completely lost my voice, couldn't speak, so I do apologise. And so many things were happening that I wanted to talk about. It was so frustrating, but that's life, I suppose, and these things happen. Before I go into my video today as well, I just want to announce that I will be a guest on the Dragon X podcast next week on Thursday the 9th of February at 7 PM, and that's on the Welsh Gamers channel, so make sure you check that out on Thursday night at 7 PM, that's GMT. I have been invited on, so I will be appearing again, which I'm looking forward to. A lot to talk about with those guys. So the one thing that really sort of annoyed me last week was, again, Scorpio seems to be getting a lot of hate, and most of this sort of generated from a tweet that somebody sent to Phil Spencer regarding, you know, when can we physically pre-order the Scorpio. You know, we're still talking about the Scorpio, Project Scorpio. I don't even think that that's going to be what it's called, but you know, he's asking the point, you know, when can we pre-order this device? And Phil Spencer just came out and said, you know, wait till you see the games, and you know, be a bit more patient, and you know, wait for us to announce. And everybody just jumped on it. Phil Spencer's lost faith in Scorpio. Scorpio's in trouble. What a load of bollocks. I just don't understand how these people work. I really don't. I mean, at the end of the day, when they announce these systems, they don't just do a show and say, right, here's the system, look at that. They show the games at these shows. You know, they announce the console, they show the console off for the first time, as they did with the Nintendo Switch event. They show the system, they show some games, and then it's announced that you can now pre-order. And that's how Project Scorpio will be dealt with, you know. So the games and it will be announced at the same time and shown at the same time as they announced the Scorpio, and at the same time that they announced you can now pre-order. But as always, there seems to be this continual deluge of morons that read so much into every little thing that Phil Spencer says and take it completely the wrong way. I mean, it's got to the point now where I wonder whether Phil Spencer should even be on Twitter, because it doesn't matter what the poor guy says. It gets twisted and turned into a fanboy story, and these websites jumped on it, as did the fanboys from opposing forces. They jumped on it and just completely spun it into something that they could make a story out of, which was complete bollocks. And when the other thing that made me laugh about this was Michael Pachter. I mean, this guy hasn't been out of the woodwork for a while. I was wondering when he was going to stick his head up from the bloody surface, above the surface, and pull his oar in. He came out and said some bollocks that the Xbox Scorpio won't even sell. I mean, this guy doesn't even game. This guy doesn't even know what a console is. If you give him an Xbox One controller, he'd be like Scotty on Star Trek and start talking into it, go, "Hello, computer." You know, the guy hasn't got a clue on gaming. He just thinks he's this analyst. Analyst of what? Anybody can turn around and say the shit he says. He's got no clue on what he's talking about. So for him to turn around and say that I'm not going to pre-order the Xbox Scorpio, what an idiot. That system is going to sell very well. It's going to have its own specific clientele that are going to want that console. Some gamers aren't interested in power, some are, and the ones that are going to, you know, get the Xbox One, the Xbox Scorpio, and that's, you know, that's my intention. I will get the Scorpio, you know, and I'm sure, you know, a system that's got a lot of buzz behind it, a lot of people interested, people tweeting Phil Spencer saying, when can we pre-order? And he's saying it's not going to sell, it's not going to, you know, people aren't going to pre-order it. He doesn't have to talk some shit. He really does. I wish that guy would just disappear. Phil Pachter to me is like the Bernie Ecclestone of Formula One. You know, he just needs to be put out to pasture and left alone somewhere, because he just talks so much shit. So there you go. I mean, Xbox Scorpio. I'm can't wait for it. I mean, people can hate it as much as they like. It's amazing how much hate this console's getting even before it's come out, and it just shows what a threat it is to those other consoles and there's other manufacturers. Another thing I want to talk about today, and this is something that got reported today actually, there's a game coming out called Sniper 3 Ghost Warrior. Now I'm not completely au fait with these games. I didn't even know there was any more. I didn't know there was previous games. I mean, you've got the Sniper Elite and things like that. I've got 2 of them. I've got the zombie one that they brought out. Not particular, it's not particularly a game that interests me. It's not something I'll be buying. But they come out today and said that if you pre-order this game on the PlayStation 4 and PC, you get the Season Pass. But you don't get it if you get it on Xbox One. Now I think that's disgusting. I mean, to have a pre-order bonus of the Season Pass, a Season Pass, which is $29.99, $30, so probably about that over here in the UK as well. So if you have a PS4 or PC and you pre-order that game, you get that Season Pass and you get all that added DLC for free. But if you have an Xbox One, you don't get it. You get a few little bits and pieces, but nothing worth rolling home for. As I say, not a biggie for me. I won't be buying the game anyway, so I certainly won't be pre-ordering it. But for fans of that series on Xbox One, why have they got the big fuck you? Why are they getting there? Well, you're not having the Season Pass. I mean, we're getting too much into all this exclusivity now. I mean, when you look at how poorly Street Fighter 5 sold on the PlayStation 4, you'd think these developers would be a little bit more sort of wary of the kind of deals now. I don't understand that. I think it's a big fuck you to Xbox gamers. I did send a tweet out to Phil Spencer on this today saying, what's the crack? Whether I get a reply or not is another matter. But I just find it really odd that CI Software have gone down the route of giving away a Season Pass with a pre-order, as a pre-order bonus. I mean, I don't understand it. Don't understand it at all. But I wanted to bring it up because I don't think it's right. What are your thoughts on this? Is this a game that you're looking forward to buying? Will you buy this game? Or is this, I don't really care if they get the Season Pass on the PS4, they can have the game. It's a funny one. It's a funny one. Anyway, that is all I've got for you. That's all I've got for you this week. So, please like, subscribe, leave your comments. Always answer the comments down below. Drop a message down below, and I'll message back. I'll always reply. Don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that little bell as well. What's this little bell about now? You don't actually get notified if your YouTubers have uploaded their videos unless you've hit that little bell, which seems a bit stupid. You have to subscribe twice. Very bizarre. But anyway, take care guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Ta-ra.